Sometimes what looks like an obstacle to one buyer is actually an opportunity for another. One of the biggest mistakes home buyers make in a hot market is thinking that they have to chase every house. That's exactly where my clients found themselves this past spring. They were just about to get married, they were looking for their first house, and they saw properties flying off the market before they could even jump in. They were starting to wonder if they would ever find the right place. But instead of joining in another bidding war, we changed our strategy, and it saved them $50,000. Earlier this spring, the Capitol Hill market was moving incredibly fast. Well-priced homes were selling almost immediately. Multiple offers became the norm. My clients had fallen in love with one particular home, and before we even decided to move any further, I wanted to call the listing agent and get some information on the property. The response, we're expecting multiple offers. At that point, we had a decision to make. Could we compete? Absolutely. But should we? That's a different question. The home needed some updating, and they didn't want to get involved in the emotion of getting involved in a bidding war and ultimately paying more for a home than they would have wanted to. So instead of chasing that house, we walked away. A few days later, I called the agent back and the home was under contract for $50,000 above list price. Could my clients have won? Maybe. Was it within their budget? Yes. Would it have been the best financial decision? I don't think so. Instead of focusing on the newest listings, we shifted our focus. We had started looking at homes that were sitting on the market for 2+ weeks. Sometimes properties sit on the market because they're overpriced. Other times, it's because there's an issue with the house. And sometimes the circumstances just make the buyers hesitate. That's exactly what we found. It was a beautiful Victorian row house with something special. An English basement that was a legal rental unit that would generate additional income. But there were two reasons why buyers weren't interested or rushing to see this listing. The upper unit was tenant occupied. Second, the showing instructions were relatively complicated, making it more difficult for buyers and agents to schedule showings. Those two factors in and of itself reduced the number of people willing to take a look at all. But for my clients, neither issue was a deal breaker. The tenants were already scheduled to move out in 3 months, but there was a vacant English basement that allowed for nearly immediate rental income to be benefited by the new owners. Sometimes an obstacle to one buyer is an opportunity for another buyer. Now let's get to the good part, the negotiation. Because this property had been on the market longer than other comparable homes, I felt we had room to negotiate. We submitted an offer $75,000 below list price. The sellers countered, but we kept negotiating, and in the end, my clients purchased the property for $50,000 below list price. Remember, it's a competitive market, and we got in below list price in one of the hottest markets Capitol Hill has seen all spring market. So what did we learn? This transaction illustrates why buyers need more than just someone to unlock doors. Sometimes the best strategy isn't chasing the house that everybody else is chasing. Sometimes it's actually seeing value where others might see inconvenience. Once again, I'm Justin with 4J Real Estate. If you have any questions about this property or other, slide into my DMs and say property. I don't know.